Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Sekien no Inganock. So yeah, this episode might be cut out a little bit, or even censored, because YouTube is weird. And apparently we are going into a really interesting place, I would say. Driven by the clown, the corner of our eyes, so...
どうぞいらっしゃいませ。
let's see.
あなたの枕元を舞うおぼろの蝶にございます。お客
Oh,
様、
what the fuck.
今夜の夢をご一緒にいかが？
Okay, 1 second. I forgot to run the game in Japanese settings. So yeah, kind of fail,
どうぞいらっしゃいませ。
but it happens.
あなたの枕元を舞うおぼろの蝶にございます。お客様、今夜の夢をご一緒にいかが？
Salem. The smell of medicine bottles. A high voice, laughing at imperial tabloids. Yeah, that's it. This high voice. This soft yet shallow laugh. Despite all that changed over the last 10 years, he recognized those two things. He didn't express those thoughts. Instead, the girl opened her mouth. Her clear smile soon disappeared. He saw an expression without flair. He was right. That face, the expression, and that skin. There was no mistaking it. It was Salem.
君、嘘。やだ、そんな。もしかして上層大学
Yep.
医学部の同期だった。ねえ、そうよね。本当に君なの？
Yeah, that was pretty frustrating. To find in this job someone who you know.
ああ、僕さん、久しぶり。10年ぶりかな、サレム。
うん、本当に久しぶり。
An embarrassed smile. She would never made this kind of face in the past. Salem. Yeah, it was Salem. Guy remembered. She was once a friend of his, studying at the same university. To think he would see her again in a place like this. Nothing had surprised him lately. What sort of face was he making? Guy tried to imagine it, but couldn't. He looked at Salem's face. At the thoughtfully changed of his old friend. Her body? It looks like a human's, but the sunken color burned into her eyes stands out.
そうね。何か、そうね。お酒作る？君とお話がしたいわ。いい？
ああ、構わないよ。
A fluttering voice, as if imploring, a voice that Guy had never heard before. An expression he didn't know was covering his silent face, but that didn't surprise him. After all, 10 years has passed. 10 years that Guy didn't know about it.
ありがとう。どうしましょう。びっくりしてしまって動機が止まらないわ。まさかアリサの言う通りだったのかしら。
Huh?
アリサ・グレッグは何と？
変わり者のお客さんが来るから、まずは床に入る前にそのお客さんを見て初日の緊張をほぐしなって。プロなのにね。
Okay.
君、お金払ってもお店のこと寝ないって本当なの？
どうかな。それよりサレム、
Maybe.
アリサ・グレッグは。
ああ、本人の前ではフルネームの話？そうしなきゃ危ないって本当なの？ねえ。
Yeah, and you just called her just Alisa. Just, if she would be like behind the door, you would be dead.
以前、一人顔を裂かれたよ。客だったけれどね。
ああ、怖い。気をつけなきゃいけないわね。教えてくれてありがとう。
Seriously, you were working here and you don't know that? How did you even pass, like, the introduction? What the fuck? Salem sat down on the bed, giggling like a girl. Well, she is a girl though, so yeah. Even though she was a pro, that made sense. She was used to Salem line of work. There didn't seem to be any falsehood in those words. Okay, that makes sense.
実はね、3日前この層に越してきたの。それでここに勤めさせてもらったってわけ。よかったわ。君ここの近くに住んでる？
ああ、すぐ近くだよ。
I just realized what's on her forehead.
今度遊びに行くわ。お部屋はきちんと片付けてる？
Like here, she has some kind of symbol there. I wonder what it is. It's some part of her mutation, probably. Huh. Do actual butterflies have something like that? I don't think so. Huh.
いや、
なにそれ？遊びに行くのがダメ？それともお部屋が汚いって意味？
サレム、今までどこにいた？この10年どうしてたんだ？
Yeah. Also, I just realized you don't have. Wait. Because this is slightly different sprite, different art. He don't have glasses, and I remember from the intro that he have. So, what's the story behind that? He thought she was dead. He thought that way about all the people he would know before the day of revival. After all, his family died, as had many of his friends. They all died from engine fires and creature injuries. That was why he would consider Salem to be someone who died a long time ago.
この10年？もっと下にいたわ。ここよりもね。仮想の中でも特にひどいところよ。
ここよりもひどいところが。
そうね、そうね。どこも同じね。吐きだめだわ。そうね。君、冗談言うようになったのね。
I wonder if that's true.
言わないさ。そう、どこも同じだ。けれど、君は変わったのかい？以前の君は。
もうやめてよ。そんなことより、どう？お話ししながら楽しまない？すごくうまいのよ。前のお店でも評判だったの。
Okay, seems like she's relaxed. She does the question with a smile. Her past seems to be something couldn't be touched, surely for the same reason as Geese. He shrugged his shoulders. Just for a moment, he touched Salem's cheek.
冗談。以前、すまないね。僕では無理だよ。
Yeah, there's something in your past really fucked up.
こっちが悲しくなっちゃう。お相手するわよ。好きにしていいの。君が相手なら子供だって産んであげちゃう。本気なのよ。
Okay, that developed pretty fast.
そう何度も冗談を言うものじゃないよ。君はジョークが得意だったろ。
Or maybe you just lost yours. Back then, he often heard Salem's brilliant laughing voice. He had the feeling that that was one of the little pieces of his fragmented memory, Salem laughing and Guy watching. It was nostalgic, no, not that. Didn't something else happen too? He thought. It wasn't something he should remember. Nothing would come from remembering.
じゃあ残り時間どう潰すの？ずっと二人でお話だけするには長いわ。
実は疲れていてね。眠いんだ。眠らせてくれると嬉しい。
そう、わかったわ。じゃあおやすみ。
ギーだ。今はそう名乗ってる。
Oh! Okay, now I'm interested in his past even more. So Guy is just his name that he have right now, probably after the revival stuff. Huh, I wonder what's his true name.
それじゃあおやすみ、ギー。いい夢を。
Hmm. Good night, Guy. Sweet dreams. She said that with a smile. Only that smile and the voice of hers were as he remembered them. Okay, thankfully.
キ
Oh, the clown.
おやすみ。そして目覚める時間だ。
Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's backstory there. That's not the same place. Wait, that's not the same place, right? I don't remember this table and these, or I didn't pay attention. Fuck. I will check on the recording. But okay. He opened his eyes. Light was already pouring into his room. Was it morning already? It certainly did feel like morning. He could hear just a little of the warped birds twittering. Yeah, that's definitely backstory. There are no like birds and like shiny light probably in the city. Maybe? God damn it. I just read. Influenced by the equation, his right eye could see light on the other side of the eternal grey mist, even though the curtain, something familiar entered his vision. His small bedroom, an apartment he couldn't quite call comfortable. The engine-type air conditioning was the pride of his room, and he felt someone else's presence, but it felt familiar. His tense nerves soon relaxed. A present suited to the dark. If she seriously silenced her breath, Guy probably wouldn't notice her. Okay, that's backstory. That's backstory. Ati, who the hell is Ati? He sat up and looked at the side. There she was, the black cat lying on the bed.
あ、起きた。
Oh,
ギー、もう何時だと思ってるのさ。
that kind of black
起きな
cat.
いんだもの。
We saw her in the opening. She have... Oh, so she have like mutation on cat, and we can clearly see that she's half cat, half human. This eye is like human-like, and this one is cat. She have fur in part of her, and the ears clearly. Okay. I think I might like her.
眠りは浅い方だけどね。まだ朝のはずだと思うんだが、どうかな。こんばんは、アティ。
So I assume after revival, we may see revival in this episode then. And after this, he think that she died.
朝じゃないのさ。こんばんはギー。うん、違う。おはようじゃなくて、こんにちはが正解さ、ギー。
Oh, okay. So he's like late sleeper.
それは失礼をしたね。こんにちは、アティ。
The smell of food reaches his nostrils. It came from the other side of the door. Usually, she would make just enough for herself. Eat it, then hurry off to work. She was a cat, the black cat. That was her street name. A pilant and agile chrome-built black female cat. Ati, the black cat, a runner who worked only for money. She was a cat with no collar, always free, never looking back. Here 1 minute and gone the next. He didn't worry about it. Her presence was no longer unusual. Guy pulled up his blanket and tried to go back to sleep
ギー
when...
の分もあるから、ブランチ。美味しくないけど食べてね。
何？
Aww. So something developed between them. He woke up completely this time. That whimsical cat had made him brunch? What change of heart was it? Cooking? Hair? Rare things do happen. The black cat's hands aren't suited for cooking, and yet...
ところでギー、昨べはどこでお楽しみだったのかな。女の匂いがする。すっごい濃い女の匂い。誰？
Oh, she have smell of the cat as well. Ah, so that's what that was all about. She was practically freedom incarnate. What reason did this cat have to worry about the Guy? Yeah, just jealousy. Out of the two out of the two kinds of relations people often had about him, which one was hers? In some ways, she was like the children. In other, she was like the dealer and early. Did I like pronounce this right? Eerily. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know how to pronounce his name. You know, this friend of Guy. Guy couldn't pin it down. Somehow, he just couldn't grasp that card.
違う。昔の友人だよ。女じゃない。
嘘。
That was fast.
嘘じゃない。
嘘は嫌い。許さないから。嫌いなことしないでちょうだい、キ。
Oh. Oh. Okay, she looks happy though. I wonder if that's her natural attire?
友達でしょ
Yeah, that's how she slept. She pushed him down hard. When she was serious, Guy couldn't hope to beat her. Yeah, probably like, you know, mutation strength and stuff. Ati bore down on him, pushing him into the bed. He could feel both her weight and her softness. Her face was close. Her breath touched his lips and cheeks.
嘘つかないで。付き合い、私たち長いんだから。
Okay, so they know each other for way longer in that kind of relationships then?
友人なら話してくれよ。頼むから。
Or just the friends and she just making it weird.
付き合い長いのに。キ、最近付き合い悪い。
参ったな。
Okay. So this is complicated relationship? Being this close together, I can feel her supple body. Muscles far denser and more pillant than any humans. That was why Ati had thrown her body into the world of the runners. She could hunt ancient humans and ferocious monsters. Gi's overall physique was the better of the two, but the Ati was serious. Her victory would be certain, absolutely certain. To begin with, Ati was stronger than most Pukeles. What? Pukeles? There were a number of reasons for that. Even so, Gi's bones weren't creaking, and her retractable artificial claws weren't tearing him apart. She was holding back. Artificial claws, so these are not her natural hands. Maybe something happened to her? And this is not just imitation? They're attached to her? She wasn't trying to hunt him. Guy knew that. And he knew that, but...
話せというのに。
いや。本気で拒むならそう。クラッキングでも使ってみなさいな。私なんてひとたまりもないから。
Oh, he can use cracking to, like, fight or something?
僕は見るくらいしかできないよ。あとは手品だ。
Okay. Trickery. That's
見て
interesting.
ほしいの。私は。
冗談は今日はもう打ち止めでね。悪いけど、もう少し眠らせてほしい。
ダメ。もうお昼。ね。遠慮してるならやめて。そういう間柄じゃないと思うし。抱いて。ね。シャワーちゃんと借りたんだから。
Unsurprisingly, there was the scent of engine factory made soap. Joe was careful not to inhale it. The scent of soap was his weak point. Really? He turned his face away, and Ati followed him. She was looking at him close up.
逃げないで。あんまり逃げると怒るよ。
You're already mad. I considered saying that loud,
体
but...
力がなくてね。
じゃあ体力つけて。ちゃんと食べて。またコーヒーしか飲んでないんでしょう。
水は飲んでるよ。
Okay.
同じじゃない。何か食べないと死ぬわ。ギが死ぬと私困るのさ。
Actually, not the same. Actually, not the same. Drinking water is way better. really like coffee, but my health perspective, water is way better. Okay. Since I would lose another safe place to sleep. That's what he thought. That's how I thought she would finish her sentence, but she said nothing. Instead, her gaze slightly fell down on him. So this is one way feeling, I think so. A beautiful golden eye looked at Guy. That right eye of her was strange, even among Pukeles. So Pukeles are the cat type mutations? Maybe? Also, she have like earrings or something here. That's interesting. They exchanged gazes with that silence. 1 second, 2 seconds. Guy couldn't help but look away first. For some reason, whenever that eye gazed at him for too long, he lost the will to disobey. Ah. Was it because of its golden beauty? Or something else? Oh, she got frustrated.
あ、そう。そうなの。また口移しない？また無理やり食べさせてほしい？
Wow, again. Okay, so she is kinda strong.
いや、それは。
じゃあ今ちゃんと食べる？お肉も野菜もちゃんと食べれるわね。
いや、それは。
何さ？
What's your problem?
善処する。なる。
善処しなきゃいけないことなのね。嫌だけどちょっと安心した。変なギーだわ。
そう。いつ。
Yes, I'm the same as always. So begins another day in Inganock. I wonder if my episodes should be like day per day. The grey sky. Wait, that's another perspective. I need to just check their art. There's so many arts in this game. Like, I will give the hero like comparison to Umineko. Umineko have great style too, but this game have a lot more pictures, I would say. I like this art style more than the Umineko or Sound of Drop, I would say. I really like this art style. This is amazing. And just sheer amount of work, like amount of pictures they had to like add here is changing like almost constantly. In the Umineko it's like the whole scene can happen in just like 1 hour with the one background. You know? So yeah, that was just random. Let's go. The grey sky was relatively bright. None of it came from the street light outside. He stepped outside his apartment. He was right. It was already past noon. Beside him, the black cat puffed out her chest. As if to say, told you so. I wonder if she walked like that outside as well. Like we saw in the last scene. Or she actually covering up or something. What's her attire normally? I want to know. Just show me. His watch points to 11. The sensation he felt when awakening was just the morning end. Behind him, the apartment automatic lock snapped into place. Without looking back, he began to walk toward the monorail, and Ati softly approached his side. Automatic lock, huh? I wonder if that's locking on the key, then wouldn't it be bad if you forget your key? Or maybe they have just like codes at the doors. That's probably that. So automatic lock is really convenient though. Because you don't have to remember to lock your doors behind you. Yesterday and today. What's wrong with her? Forget the clown, forget the brothel. For whatever reason, even Ati had been normal lately. Wait, so that's not... that's not backstory. Or is it? Wait. What the hell are we? Yeah, because he mentioned just Bordeaux, that we can assume that this is the same time. He maybe slept a little bit there when he met with Salem, and he came back home, and that's why she could smell Salem on him. Maybe that's the case? Oh, that's weird. If he just slept a little bit and then went out. Actually, yeah, no, that makes sense. Because he had like probably 1 hour or something, right? And he just paid for that. Okay, I get it. So he just like had a little sleep for 1 hour and then he went to his house, his home, his room, wherever he lives. Okay. Guy turned his gaze towards Ati's head just once and thought, the clown isn't here today, at the edge of my vision. He wouldn't acknowledge it today, that would disturb him too much. He walked silently for a while, so did Ati. The lower tier Montreal was close to his apartment. He could walk to the Montreal station within a few minutes, a small station shaped like a steam trolley bus stop. Okay, there we have her in her full, like, view. Yeah, this seems to be just the art style chose for the game. Because Guy have the same, like, maybe not the same, but also pattern on his clothes. And she have it as well on, like, different parts. So this is just part of the art, I think, it doesn't mean anything. Let's see, artificial clothes, right? It seems natural for her. And yeah, this is definitely not for cooking. But maybe she actually lose her arms at some point? And this is... because they're like crystals, so maybe she lose her hands and they had to attach the artificial arms. Okay, legs. This seems like just a regular thigh-highs, I would say. And her legs starts here. Her natural legs. Or maybe these are artificial too, who knows. We don't have information for that. So yeah. Also, she's basically wearing just a corset. Yeah. I like her. And I like the earrings there. Oh, you can even see 1 pixel of her tooth here. Okay, I like her attire. I like this character officially. By the aesthetic side. I still wonder what her character will be. So we'll just follow up and see what's going to happen. Also, I still don't know what runners are. Runners are probably like mercenaries or something.
本当に遠慮することなかったのにゼノニズムじゃあるまいし。
盛況ではストア派風と呼ぶらしいよ。今はどういうのかな。
キ
ー悪いね。埋め合わせは今度。
分かったわ、今度ね。それで今度っていつかな。
今度。
Some other time, okay. He pushed Ati into Moonrail, which was headed for the nearby Saltwater district in the lower tier, and waved to her through the glass window. She showed him a smile like the three children's and mouthed, I love you. He shrugged his shoulders in return. Yeah, so this is one-sided, probably. Or maybe he just don't want to acknowledge that. The sound of departure, the engine-type moonrail left. His friend left. Guy exhaled lightly. Yeah, he called her friend, so... This is one-sided. Definitely. Or he just don't want to agree to that.
リズだ
Surely she was off to work too. Work. She would probably do something dangerous as always. And he had a pile of unprofitable work as always. Traveling and healing, but before that, he would stop by the dealer's place. The man said to stand between the surface and the streets of the infinitely crowded street. The dealer, Stanisław. He was more likely waiting for the Guy. I wonder if any Polish people were during the development of this game, because this feels like the Polish name. Stanisław.
嫌なタイミングで顔を見せる男だな、ギー。お前に会わねばと思っていたのは確かだが、そこにちょうど顔を出していいのは女だけだぞ。
Okay, Stanisław seems like a reptile? No, this is a beak, right? So he's not a reptile. On his hands? Yeah, he seems kinda like a reptile.
ごきげんよう。今日は口数が多いな、スタニスワフ。
Stanisław. They even make pronunciation right.
子供が消えすぎている。知っているな。
Rare things did happen. Guy raised his eyebrow. This is the man who said that no matter how hellish the city became, it wouldn't change the fact that money was a magical tool for obtaining everything. Fixer Stanisław, the black market dealer. Something was bothering him.
僕が必要になる仕事がそろそろ溜まっている頃と思ったんだがね。
その話は後だ。今月に入ってからもう10人消えた。死体の一部も発見されてる。聞いたか？
Oh. Okay. Yeah, a part of a child. Remnant of the tragedy. Tragedy. Red and black. I've tried not to imagine it. I've tried to avoid remembering.
どうやら怪力の幻想人種どもの仕業らしい。例えば例の新型で理性をきれいに拭った2メートルを超すオーガであるとか。
New types of ogres.
他人の子供の安否を気にするなんて珍しいじゃないか、フィクサー・スタニスワフ。
It was of no personal concern to him who lived and who died. By the standards of 10 years ago, Fixer Stanisław would never be considered a good person. It simply wouldn't be possible. He observed the dealer, without changing his expression. What was he trying to say? He just wouldn't get to the point.
ああ、そうだ。たかがガキが死んだ話だがね。大層俺にも関係がある話なんだ、ドクター。高級市民だ。
へえ。
The thought sickened him, but he made sure his expression didn't reveal it.
上層への税金とうちへの保護料を払ってる高級市民様の子供も消えたのさ。これはまずい事態だ、ドクター。
What do you want him to do? Like, Guy is not like detective or weaponized to search for such, like, you know, dangerous stuff. I guess maybe Ati could take a job like that? Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
このままじゃ上層の連中に目をつけられる。貴族連中じゃないぞ。都市管理部のクズ連中だ。
クズってことならここにいる2人もそう変わらない。
違いない。冗談が上手くなったな、ドクター。いや、冗談じゃないかね。執行官。ハイネスエージェントがここへ降りてきちまえば、あとはもうどうなることか。
ろくなことにはなるまいね。想像がつく。
I don't want to imagine what the Highness agent would do.
そうだ、その通りだ。だからドクター、お前にも言っておくぞ。怪しいクズを見かけたらすぐに俺に知らせろ。
Sure thing, Stanisław.
怪しいやつならワンサといる。雑踏街を漁れば1日で店が開けるぞ。
Okay, that makes sense as well.
まったくだ。まったくもってクズでクソったれな年だよ。ともかくお前さんの客の中にガキ殺しそうな筋骨隆々の気違いがいたら教えてくれよ。俺はまだ命と金が欲しい。
あ
Okay.
あ、わかったよ。ところでこっちの話も聞いてほしい。
話はするがドクターよ。
He answered with only his eyes. Why? He must have talked to this man too much today.
お前じゃないよな。
Oh wow. Really? The rumors?
まさか冗談。
Yeah, Illy told
Masaka.
about that as well.
まさかあのクラック使いでいらっしゃる医師に来ていただけるなんてありがたいことを。
Okay, the first client. Or maybe one of others.
これは感謝の証です。お受け取りください、ドクター・ギー。
There was no need to count the extra shillings he would receive. It was a large sum. Stanisław has introduced him to the son of a high-class citizen, said to be a wealthy merchant. He received the shillings, and his job was finished. He would be fine for a while if he remained frugal. However, his thoughts were of engine limbs and the other medical goods. He was hopelessly thrifty. Those children were still growing. Crack engines for 3 people didn't come cheap. Yeah, you would have to like replace them at this point, every few months, to be honest. Even. Because they seem very young. So few months and already needed to change the hands probably and legs. He would also like some new clothes. The prices were high, but his old ones weren't going to fit him much longer. Are you still growing? Wait, what? How old are you then? Maybe you have like mutation of the giant or something. 3 people. Just 3 people out of million on the city of Inganock. He wasn't even their caretaker, yet he continued to do all this for them. Why am I deceiving myself like this? He would long since ceased to scorn himself with such questions. Even so, it's impossible not to think about it.
疲れが抜けないか。昨日といい、やけに考え込む日だな。今日も。
こんにちは。
There he is!
雑踏をよく見てごらん。
Wow. Okay. I'm interested in this clown as well. Like, he's so ominous. I don't know if he's bad or good. He seems to be good, but I don't know. My gaze moves naturally. He looked straight into the crowd, at the figure who stood opposite a group of crocodile-headed men. Oh, wait. Oh no, okay, I thought like they meant Stanisław, but yeah, this is different part of story, so I'm sorry. The 2 days in a row. He hadn't thought they would meet again this easily. Oh! Why is Clown wanting him to meet Salem so much? Yeah, she's a butterfly, right? And again, the art style of this weird patterns. I didn't realize before that she have like holes in her attire. Also, yeah, that's a little, yeah, a little of clothing. I didn't thought she would like go outside like that. I thought that it would be like her just attire for the bordel or something. Salem, his gaze was soft drawn towards her. Her wardrobe resembled that of the butterfly. She might have mentioned last night that those were her work clothes. Yeah. It was sure just 9 PM. She must have been on her way to the opium den. Okay. There was a fair distance between Guy and Salem. Normally, he would have no reason to call out to her. But she was an old friend of his. He couldn't just ignore her. Maybe just a greeting. He continued on through the crowds to avoid losing sight of Salem, and within 2 seconds he noticed something. She's searching for someone. She's turning her head left or right amongst the crowd. Meeting up with someone? Then he shouldn't make her late. It would be the best not to say hello. At this rate, they would see each other again anyway. Then someone appeared to be speaking to Salem. A man in a grey clothing. A part-time city management office? A dangerous person to be searching for. A part-time officers violently stole people's money. They were nothing more than thieves, permitted by city management.
運がないな、サレム。警官連中は道理の通じない相手だ。
Salem, so it's not Salem, it's Salem. Salem, okay. The officers can't be reasoned with. Should he go and help her? They were no big deal if someone simply paid them. As he hesitated, he saw Salem's slender fingers slide into the man's pocket. She appeared to be holding 5 shilling coins. A bribe? She seems to be quite used to it. She then kissed the man's neck, probably hard enough to leave a mark. The aroused officer wore a comical expression. He gave no impression of correction or worriness, evidently. Salem was more experienced in dealing with them. Strong indeed. If she can do that, there's no need to worry about her. But the moment Guy turned his back to her...
ギー君ギーじゃないやっぱりそうだわ。よかった。どうにも不慣れで困っていたところなの。少しだけ時間いいかしら。
She would notice him. There was no choice now. Guy nodded. Since he would gone home early last night, he would be thinking of doing more work than usual, but he couldn't bring himself to refuse Salem's invitation. The black illusion at the edge of his vision seems to stop moving a little whenever he looks at Salem.
サレム、君、
Salem.
仕事は何時からだい？
心配してくれるの？優しいのね。大丈夫。今日のお店は0時からなのよ。1日ごとに外にも立つって決めてるの。
Okay. A street prostitute. Then what he just saw was solicity. I can't read that, sorry. Guy pretended he hadn't heard that.
遅れて出勤かい？すごいな。新人にしては破格の待遇だ。
ええ、そうよ。当然よ。だって鳴り物入りなのよ。元いたお店では一番手だったんだから。
一番手。それは困った。まずいお茶とまずい食事しか案内できない。
Yeah, because you don't have enough
ま
money.
ずい食事で結構よぎ美味しいなんて感覚はもう忘れているから。
なるほど、一理ある。値段は安いが酒も料理もうまくはない。狭いエンジン酒場が近くにある。行くかい？
君の行きつけ？
さあ、どうかな。
I'm pretty sure. If he remembered correctly, he hadn't been there in over 2 months. He hoped that his memory was functioning correctly, but he couldn't be sure. Guy took Salem's outstretched hand and traced his memory back to the engine tavern. In less than 5 minutes, he saw a familiar sign. I opened the door with creaky hinges and entered the engine tower. Tavern. Nah, not tower. He was met with the pungent odor of alcohol. It was a cheap tavern on a crowded street. The noise of a smell felt much worse than it did on the outside. Laborers who came to turn their wages into alcohol, poor people who won a small bet on an angel spirit race, and those who would simply come to forget about tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh. Whew, I thought I would sneeze. Ugh. He looked at the counter. Every bar stool was full. At some time, Salem found a 2-person table. He shrugged and sat down with her.
いらっしゃいませ。ご注文は何になさいますか？
I don't really like your voice. It's way too high pitched, I would say. Very like girly, but also annoying. She's... What kind of animal is she? Are these hooves? These are hooves, right? These are hooves, probably. These ears? I don't know. Is that sheep, supposed to be? No? No, I don't think so. I thought about sheep because of like this. I don't know if sheep have ears like that, I don't think so. Also, her top is the same as the Ati. Are they all girls wearing just the corsets here? I don't know. No, wait. Salem is wearing even less. Okay, never mind. The waitress looked like a cute human girl, but she was a young, fantastic mutant, elf. The right person for the job. It doesn't tell me what kind of mutation is that. He ordered quickly. He remembered the menu from his previous visit. Fish and herbs riced in the 6 reservoir lake, fried Sekien style. Then engine factory made vegetables and cultured meat, stewed black. And finally 1 cup, each of cider and coffee.
君、お酒飲むようになったの？
So he wasn't before?
ああ、いや、僕のじゃないさ。
Okay.
あら、覚えていてくれたのね。嬉しい。シードルが好きだってこと。
それなら飲んでも酔わないこともね。仕事前でも一杯ならいいだろう。
シードルなら何倍だっていけるわ。でも驚いたわ、ギー。
Was there something else to be surprised about? He silently urged her to continue.
こういうお店、昔は慣れてなかったのに、今はもう随分と着慣れている感じよね。変わったのね、君。名前と同じ、ギー。
それを言うなら、変わったのは多分君の方だよ。
昔話したいの？
Yes. I want the backstory.
どうかな？
Maybe, okay. Although I no longer remember it, not clearly enough. His fragmented memory was still broken. To the closed and independent Inganock, anything from over 10 years ago held no meaning. After all this, there was no need to remember it.
そうね。いやね。大学にはあまりいい思い出もないし。
Really?
知ってる？上層大学はもう影も形もないっていう話。復活の日にクリッターが一体出て。
Oh, they wiped out the whole university. That's why he assumed that his friends are dead. Creature came
聞い
out.
たかな、噂でね。
ああ、麗しき白き城は今は跡形もなく、あるのは夢ついえた子らの残骸なり。
So we are remnants? I see. We could be called
さ
that.
れど絶望するな、人よ。耳を澄ませば聞こえるだろう。
I can hear them? Hear who?
ほら、今も聞こえるだろう。背後に息づく彼らの声とうめきとも。
The voices and groans. Of who? Silent suddenly poetic recitation ended, and she closed her mouth, as if embarrassed. She smiled at Guy apologetically.
今のは？
いつか見た夢で誰かが言っていたし、夢なんてすぐ忘れるのに、これだけはなかなか頭から離れなくて、跡形もないお城ってところがあるから、つい大学のことを思い出して。
Okay.
いや、悪くなかった。お礼にここは僕がおろう。
そう？でも悪いわ。
今日は比較的小金持ちでね。明日がどうか分かったものじゃないが。
おかしい、その言い方。昔の10年前のエラリーみたいで。
So did they switch personalities?
昔。
So Iri probably can see as well part of him in Guy right now. 10 years ago, eerily, a white coat. I can only remember fragments. His memory was discontinuous. He thought Eerily had a part-time job.
覚えてる？あの頃の彼ったら景気よくて、いろんな相手に声かけては振られてたのよ。あれは夏の夜だったかな。とうとうこっちにも言い寄ってきて、もう困っちゃってね。
What?
本当に？
そうよ、本当なのよこれが。でも彼、いい趣味してると思わない？
どうかな。難しい質問だ。
And just before they exchanged answers, the food, alcohol, and coffee arrived at the table. Guy suddenly remembered that the coffee here tastes very bad. He passed the cider glass to her and took the coffee cup in his other hand. They made a toast. The glass and cup made a pitiful sound.
再会に。
ああ、再会に。
話をごまかすのもうまくなった？ああ、冗談はうまくなったのはわかるけど。
Salem laughed as she said that. She giggled like a little girl. Ah, there they are again. That smile, those eyes, that voice. The same as before? No. Today, he didn't think that. Salem's eyes. They had a sunken purple color. They had once been filled with hope, but now they brimmed with a light stained by fatigue and disappointment. The color of her eyes was different from Ati's gold.
楽しいわ。ありがとうギー。まるで昔に戻ったみたい。
ああ、そうかもしれない。
Just now he lied. Not even for a moment did he think that they would return to the past. Surely Salem was thinking the same thing. Everything was different from the past. Everything had changed. Everything has changed form.
やっぱり前と変わっているわ、君。ギ
Yeah, and he's losing memory.
そうかな。
ー。そうよ。前は もっと前はもっとよく笑う人だったから。
Yeah, that happens if something terrible happens to you. We still don't know what the revival was. Okay, so I think I will end this episode here. We just had a little talk on the past with Salem. We met at the beginning new character Ati, the black cat. And yeah, I still wonder about Guy past, what his true name and stuff. So this story is very interesting right from the start, and I really like that. It just immerses you into the world that there is. This is incredible. Like seriously, this is old visual novel, but god damn it, such a good story. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I will just make a quick save. Here, it's still the same chapter, the Sky Are Two Suns. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. So thank you, leave it up down in the comments if you would like to. And I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.